Hi, I'm Ashu. This is Ashu's Archives, and I'm gonna do love language quiz. Okay, I realize I've been doing a lot of quizzes. Okay, deal with it. I really like it. So, here's the thing. I don't think that love language is um, something that's only for relationships. And I'm explaining this because I'm not in a relationship, and this is just something that really intrigues me. I feel like I am someone who's really physically affectionate. I need like a hug all the time. I need someone to like pat my head. And my sister calls me a dog sometimes because like she'll be like, you need regular pets for you to feel okay. And I'm like, you're not lying though. You're not lying though. And for the people who don't know what love languages are, love language describes how we receive love from others. There are mainly 5 words of affirmation: physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and acts of service. So, I'm gonna take a quiz to find out what my love language is. I am an adult. I am single. Now, what is more meaningful to me? When someone sends me a loving text note with special reason, or when I hug someone. Both of them. Okay, when I said that I thought that I was more physically affectionate, I am. But at the same time, all love languages mean something to me. Like, words of affirmation, I leave a lot of notes for people, and if someone leaves a note for me, it melts my heart. Physical touch, I already explained it. Receiving gifts, not so much as receiving, but gift giving is something that means a lot to me. I literally have notes, like sticky notes, that are about like, how do I put this? Like, you know how you have notes for like things that you need to do? I have note lists for people, like what can I gift them over a certain period of time, because like if they mention something, I'll write it down, and then for their birthday, if it makes sense, I'll give it to them. Or sometimes if they like have something huge that's come up, it's a congratulations thing. So yeah, quality time. Obviously, quality time is critical, and acts of service again. Like, how do all of these not make sense for everyone? I guess it's supposed to be what your primary love language is. Okay, both of these are so similar for me. If I hug someone or they leave me a note, but I feel a lot better if I hug someone. What is more meaningful? If I spend time alone with someone, or they do something practical to help me out? I think spending time with someone means a lot for me. I guess acts of service does not make as much sense, but I do it for people, like especially my sister. But yeah, this is more meaningful to me. What is more meaningful? If someone I love gives me a little token of appreciation, or I get to spend leisure time. See, I know I'm a difficult person to give gifts to, so I don't really expect people to give me gifts. I like giving gifts. So it's if I spend uninterrupted time, like if someone takes out time from their schedule to just be around me, like even if we don't talk, if we're on the phone, like just watching reels, or I don't know, like just around each other, it means a lot. I do that to spend time with my friends. Like Shanky's house, I'll just go there while he's okay and I'll work around him. So like with my friends also, it's a thing. Okay, what is more meaningful? When someone I love does something unexpected to help me out with a project, or I can share an innocent touch. See, both of them, how do you compare these things, right? Because they're so different. Like, I'm doing something and they're helping me out. That is great. That is absolutely fantastic. But also, like, if someone just like pats my head, see, that's making my heart race more, so then I'm gonna choose that. When someone I love puts their arm around me in public or surprises me with a gift. Arm around me, definitely. I didn't even need to think. See, I'm trying not to be more biased towards physical touch because I already announced that in the beginning. But it's kind of impossible for me to not be biased because I know myself, you know. But then I'm still trying to like say it out or think about it and see what makes me feel happier. Okay. I'm around someone I love even if we're not really doing anything. Or I can be comfortable holding hands. Holding hands, definitely. I hear from someone that they love me or I receive a gift from someone. Definitely if I hear from someone. Again, I think gift giving is important to me, not as much as gift receiving, which might not make a lot of sense to people, but that's how I know how to show my love. Like, I have been thinking about you. That kind of a thing, you know? Okay, when I sit close to someone I love or I'm complimented by someone I love for no reason. When I sit close to someone, I definitely think like if someone's come to like meet me or something like that, I definitely think I'll just sit next to them the entire time. If I get the chance to hang out with someone or unexpectedly get small gifts, I don't know how these things are comparable though. I made some nice green tea for myself and I forgot it throughout the day and then now I reheated it and I'm having it again. It's definitely if I get to hang out with someone. If I hear someone telling me I'm proud of you or someone helps me with a task, I would love it if someone would help me with a task, but I wouldn't want to feel like a burden, you know. I wouldn't want to feel like I'm troubling them with something. So if someone just says I'm proud of you, that's something small, they've noticed things about me and they're doing it, so I'm proud of you. It's meaningful for me if I get to do things with someone that I love or if I hear supportive words. I think just being around someone is much more meaningful, right? Isn't it? What is it for y'all? Like, I'm thinking, and it doesn't make any sense to me how I can choose between these. Okay, I'm thinking, imagine I'm going grocery shopping and then Monish is like, I'll come along. That's nice. But then if I do something nice and Monish is like this, I'm very proud of you. If I go grocery shopping with Monish, I don't get to spend time with him at all. But then that's different if it's Monish. Let me think, Dindi. What do we talk about? Okay. Chiku, Shanky, Shweta, Reena, Nirma, Mehek. Okay. If I get to do things with someone. I thought a lot for this one. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love does something for me instead of just talking about doing nice things or through a hug. I think we've really established that physical touch means a lot to me compared to compliments, compared to gifts. When it comes to spending time versus physical touch, I don't know exactly which one I would choose. Okay, if I think of the other person and whether they're comfortable being like physically touchy, like for example, my friend Nilima is very comfortable with it, so it like automatically we're very cuddly, we're very huggy. And whereas if I think of someone like Shanky, I think he isn't as comfortable with me, so it isn't like. It's more meaningful to me when I hear a praise or someone I love gives me something that shows that they were really thinking about me. See, this is the kind of reason why I like giving gifts, because it shows that I was thinking about them. That, you know, they're going through my mind. Anyway, thinking about me, I think. Okay. It's more meaningful to me when I'm able to just be around someone I love or get a back rub from someone I love. Now this comes into partner area and it's difficult for me to think. So someone who definitely I won't think like that about is my mom. So would I rather be around her or get a back rub from her? I would definitely want to get a back rub from mama. I just love it's also because like now I'm thinking about the mom, dad more than my friends, because my friends are very like, I would do things according to them. But then when it came to my family, I get more selfish because I feel like I can be more demanding and they'll still be in my life. I mean, it's not like I think that my friends will run away or something, but I'm more scared of being a burden to my friends than I am to my family. I guess obviously because I'm more comfortable, right? Like, in a certain sense with my family, the essence of security is a lot more when it comes to your family. So, yeah, background. When someone I love reacts positively to something I'm accomplished, or someone I love does something for me when they know that when someone oh my god, I can see 2 ring lights when I close my eyes. It hurts. Now it's 3, now it's 1, now it's a Venn diagram. Okay. I don't like ring light particularly, but then if I'm filming at night, it's easier because my skin is weird. I wouldn't want someone to do something that they don't particularly enjoy because again, I feel like a burden. So reacts positively. If I'm in physical proximity to someone, or I sense that someone I love is showing interest in things that I care about. If someone's showing interest in things that I care about, I'm gonna be really anxious in whether or not they're gonna find it as interesting as me, or whether they might like end up hating it later. So physical proximity. Also physical proximity. We've established that I like physical proximity. If someone I love helps me out when they know I'm already tired, or I get to go somewhere spending time, they touch my arm or shoulder or give me a little gift, touch my arm or shoulder. They say something encouraging, or we spend time. Spend time. Also today I realized that I'm very surprised by how my nose looks. It looks very weird. It fascinates me that I have a nose all of a sudden. Like, I have a nose. I always had a nose. I was never Voldemort. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love surprises me with a small token of their appreciation, or I'm touching someone I love frequently to express our friendship. Definitely touching someone. Okay, see, if I just say I love touching someone, that sounds so wrong. But just understand what I mean, okay? Just understand it. Thank you. If they help me or they tell me that they love me, both of them awkward me out. Okay, if I know that they're busy, it's much more difficult knowing that someone's busy and taken out time for me. It definitely makes me feel nice that they've done that, but then if I'm closing my eyes and thinking about it, it's making me cringe now. So, although I've chosen the second option. If I get a hug from someone, or I hear them tell how much they love me, it's much more physically reassuring. Okay, wow, surprise, surprise. Physical touches, oh, this is not like equal amounts. Okay, I am really not surprised that physical touch is 40, quality time is 30, words of affirmation is 17, acts of service is 7, and receiving gifts is 7. Yeah, acts of service and receiving gifts. I think gift giving is a big thing, but receiving gifts? No. Yeah. Physical touch is a big thing for me. Spending quality time is also a huge thing for me. Words of affirmation, obviously, validation wise, it makes me feel really good. And yeah. Okay, this really lines up with what I was talking in the beginning, things that made me feel uncomfortable or made me feel like they were important. Okay, physical touch. A person whose primary language is physical touch is not surprisingly very touchy. Hugs, pats on the back, and thoughtful touches on the arm, they can all be ways to show excitement, concern, care, and love. Physical presence and accessibility are crucial. I think I realized that a lot during quarantine, that accessibility to a friendship, like physical accessibility, means a lot to me. Even though, like, I know that I have access to my friends who are not here as well because technology, still knowing that someone can be physically around me means a lot. I think it's been difficult with the friends that can't be around me when I am going through something difficult, because it makes me feel like I'm physically repulsive, which is dumb. Because I understand that other people can also find certain things difficult, and like, I don't blame them for it at all. but I tend to internalize it, you know. But while neglect or abuse can be unforgivable and destructive, appropriate and timely touches communicate warmth, safety, and love to you. Yeah, I think that if I was touched by someone that I didn't want to be touched by, I would hate it. Recently, someone like, it was a hairstylist, but like he, without asking me, put his hands in my hair, and I just absolutely have not liked him since then. It makes me feel, it just makes me feel like shit. I do not like it, I do not want it. Just anyway, that was the results of my love language test, and I am not one bit surprised by how they've turned out, because yeah, I mean, when I saw the results, it was pretty clear after doing the test that I am not comfortable with acts of service and what was it? Receiving gifts as much, because it makes me feel more like a burden, whereas spending time with someone or being physically affectionate with someone, and this is not sexual affection, it's just a hug, a pat on the head, stuff like that just means a lot to me, because physical reassurance is a huge thing in my life, people being around me. So yeah, I'm not surprised by the results. Let me know down below what your love languages are, and if you like the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, have fun. It's so awkward.